Welcome to Pretoria Prime. On December 15th, 2025, Judge Napolitano's Judging Freedom channel released a conversation with Alastair Crooke titled Trump's Different Imperial Model, and what they uncovered wasn't just a foreign policy pivot, but a seismic shift in how America tries to rule a world it may no longer control. You can't franchise an empire if the ledger doesn't balance. Say that out loud and listen. It drills to the heart of what Alastair Crooke and Judge Napolitano were circling around. The Trump administration's national security strategy isn't a modest tweak, it's a rebranding of American power. Hegemony is being recoded as regional economic franchising. We will drive out the infrastructure of any competitor, the NSS says, and the Western Hemisphere is declared America's exclusive zone. That sentence is the fulcrum. It turns diplomacy into a commercial right, a monopoly bid, and treats partner states like franchisees who must pay in to a restored industrial America. What Crooke gets right is the anatomy of this shift and its immediate contradictions. China's model, loans, ports, corridors without political preconditions, has reshaped Latin America's map into red zones of trade surplus. It's attractive because it is transactional and predictable. It doesn't require political makeover. Venezuela's Maduro even offered Trump a stake. You can be a partner. Trump's blunt reply was, no, no. That exchange crystallizes the choice Washington is forcing. Accept a multipolar economic order or try to expel competitors and enforce exclusion. The seizure of that tanker was, as Crooke put it, an act of piracy. Call it coercive commerce. Call it enforcement by other means. It's not tradecraft. It's market control backed by duress. Where their analysis sharpens into alarm is the fiscal logic. You cannot simultaneously pour incoming capital into building factories and also keep that capital parked to prop up the bond market. Crooke's point about AI and energy is a practical hammer. China's energy costs are lower. To match it, the dollar would have to be devalued massively, a choice Trump rejects. Yet, the NSS insists on reshoring industry, keeping rates low, and spending on new bases and $1 trillion defense plus dark billions elsewhere. Those are mutually exclusive choices. Someone will be forced to choose. Denial is not a strategy. They also expose how influence is being privatized. Reconstruction plans for Ukraine begin to look like a New York real estate deal with intermediaries who lack mandates. Kushner, Witt, corporate managers. BlackRock cuts into sovereign responsibilities. Putin wants treaty-based negotiations. He's not bargaining with backroom brokers. Europe's response is fraying too. As Crooke warns, the procedures being instituted through the European Union are clearly illegal under the terms of the treaty. Emergency clauses, weighted majorities, frozen funds. These are stopgaps that erode legitimacy. What they miss, or at least underplay, is agency on the ground. Latin American states respond to incentives. If a system offers infrastructure and capital without lectures, many will take it. This isn't simply about loyalty. It's about survival economics. That reality exposes the central question. Why again are we reshaping global order, as if markets will obey flags? Who benefits from privatized diplomacy? Who controls the silence when unofficial actors negotiate national futures? Those are not conspiratorial echoes. They are the hard questions institutional history teaches us to ask whenever power migrates from public accountability into private corridors. This is not nostalgia for carrier groups. It's a warning that influence stripped of coherent fiscal backing and legitimate mandate becomes coercion disguised as commerce. Cold War containment had an architecture. This franchising experiment has contradictions baked into its books. America can redefine hegemony. It cannot, sustainably, franchise an empire if the ledger doesn't balance. That's it, my friends. Please like and subscribe to support my channel. You can find more content on my Spotify and on YouTube under the handle @Pretoria Prime. Until we meet again, this was Scipio Americanus of Pretoria Prime News.